The movie starts when Chiamaka is going to open the door for her husband. Suddenly, her mother-in-law arrives and pushes her onto the couch, opening the door for her son herself. Elozonam greets his mother first, then his wife. Before Chiamaka can respond, her mother-in-law interrupts, saying Chiamaka has been sitting on the couch doing nothing all day. She takes Elozonam's bag and they both head upstairs. Years earlier, before Elozonam married Chiamaka, he had taken a woman named Cherry to meet his mother. Upon seeing Cherry, his mother simply looked at her, then called Elozonam to the kitchen for a private conversation. She told him she didn't like Cherry and that he shouldn't marry her. Elozonam tried to reason with her, asking her to at least get to know Cherry before making a judgment. But his mother insisted that once she made a decision, it was final, and he should obey her wishes. Elozonam then told Cherry that his mother didn't approve of her, and they would have to end the relationship. Cherry was upset and called him names, saying she regretted dating a mama's boy. Months later, Elozonam and Chiamaka, who had been dating for some time, were out on a date. Elozonam proposed, and Chiamaka accepted. That night his mother called him, worried because it was late, and he hadn't returned home. When he finally got home, they had an argument. Elozonam told her he had proposed to Chiamaka. She asked how he could get engaged without informing her or introducing the girl first. Elozonam explained that she had never liked any woman he introduced to her, and this time, he wasn't going to seek her approval. He was going to marry Chiamaka with or without her blessing. His mother, as usual, picked up one of her dramatic storybooks and started crying, reminding him how she raised him through poverty and hardship, and therefore deserved a say in who he married. Elozonam told her that this time, her tears wouldn't change his mind. Days later, Elozonam introduced Chiamaka to his mother. She barely acknowledged them, gave them a cold greeting, and went back upstairs. Chiamaka worried that she might have done something wrong or worn something inappropriate. Elozonam reassured her that everything was fine and that his mother would come around. While Elozonam went to get her a drink, his mother returned and told Chiamaka she didn't like her. She warned her not to marry her son if she knew what was good for her. When Elozonam returned with the juice, Chiamaka said she needed to leave. Elozonam tried to stop her, but she insisted, so he took her home. Later, Chiamaka called her friend to talk about what had happened. She told her how disrespectful Elozonam's mother had been. Her friend advised her not to marry him, saying overprotective mothers often create problems for their daughters-in-law. She urged Chiamaka not to ignore the warning signs, even if she was desperate to get married. Chiamaka replied that she loved Elozonam and believed his mother would change once she got to know her better. Eventually, the two got married. One day, while Chiamaka was preparing food for Elozonam, her mother-in-law came in and asked what she was cooking. Chiamaka said she was making Elozonam's favorite, beans. Her mother-in-law became furious, insisting that beans weren't his favorite and calling them street food unfit for her son. She poured the beans down the sink. Chiamaka confronted her, saying she had been giving her trouble ever since the marriage. Her mother-in-law ordered her out of the kitchen so she could cook something proper for her son. Another time, while Chiamaka was watching TV, her mother-in-law came in, grabbed the remote, and changed the channel. When Chiamaka asked why, she replied that she owned the house and could do whatever she wanted. Chiamaka didn't want to argue and walked away. Chiamaka called her mother to share her frustrations, saying even when she told Elozonam what his mother was doing, he didn't believe her. Later, she went to open the door for Elozonam when her mother-in-law appeared again, pushed her aside, and opened the door for her son. They greeted each other and went upstairs. That evening, Chiamaka asked Elozonam why he had told her beans were his favorite food if they weren't. She felt embarrassed in front of his mom. Elozonam replied that he didn't want to upset his mother. Chiamaka told him how his mother had poured her food down the sink, but Elozonam told her to ignore it.
When Chiamaka's mother came to visit, the watchman went to ask Elozonam's mother if she knew her. Chiamaka's mother greeted her politely, calling her in-law. But Elozonam's mother shut the gate, saying Chiamaka wasn't married to her son and shouldn't have visitors. She ordered the watchman not to let her in. Chiamaka's mother waited in the sun until her daughter returned. When Chiamaka saw her mother outside, she was furious. She confronted her mother-in-law, who claimed the house belonged to her son and referred to Chiamaka's mother as ghetto. Chiamaka's mother responded, saying she wouldn't allow her daughter to be mistreated anymore. At dinner, Elozonam greeted everyone and complimented Chiamaka's mother. She replied that it was good to be around so no one could mistreat her daughter. Chiamaka nudged her to stop talking. Ilazonam joked that now his mother would have someone to gossip with. His mother asked if she ever said she was bored, then left the table. Ilazonam followed her. Chiamaka's mother asked if he always prioritized his mother over his wife. Chiamaka replied that the drama in the house never ends. In his mother's room, Ilazonam listened as she claimed that Chiamaka and her mother had been insulting her and ganged up on her. She asked him to tell Chiamaka to send her mother away. Ilazonam promised to talk to her. Later, Ilazonam asked Chiamaka why she allowed her mother to insult his mom. Chiamaka was shocked and asked if he had even asked his mother what had happened. Ilazonam didn't want to hear it. He told her to ask her mother to leave. Chiamaka refused, saying it was her house too, and her mother had every right to be there. Things escalated when Ilazonam's mother accused Chiamaka's mother of going into her son's fridge without permission. When Chiamaka's mother responded that it was also her daughter's house, Ilazonam's mother poured juice on her face, and a fight broke out. Chiamaka separated them. Later, Ilazonam's mother called him crying, claiming they had beaten her. She scratched her neck and bit her hand to fake bruises. When Ilazonam came home, she showed him the marks. He angrily warned that if anything happened to his mother, he wouldn't spare anyone. Later, Ilazonam told Chiamaka that for peace to reign, their mothers should apologize to each other. A meeting was arranged. Chiamaka's mother apologized, but Ilazonam's mother refused, claiming she was the victim and walked out. One day, while Chiamaka and Ilazonam were cuddling, his mother called, saying she was in pain and needed a massage. He got out of bed to attend to her. Chiamaka tried to stop him, but he insisted. The next morning, when she asked why he left her alone in bed, he said his mother was in pain. At breakfast, he suggested they go out as a family since it had been a while. The scene shifts to Ilazonam and Chiamaka arguing. They have just returned from a family outing. Ilazonam asks her what is wrong with her mother. He tells her that he does not want to see her mother in the house anymore, that she needs to go. Chiamaka tells him that her love for her mother is blinding her. She even asks him who comes first between her and his mother. She says the love he has for his mother is clouding his judgment, and sometimes she wonders if he is sleeping with her. Angrily, he storms out. On his way downstairs, he regrets slapping Chiamaka, his wife. He goes back to apologize to her and promises that he will never raise his hand against her again. Days later, Chiamaka goes to work, leaving her mother and Ilazonam's mother alone in the house. Ilazonam's mother comes downstairs and begins to insult Chiamaka's mother, even taking the remote to change the channel. While sitting together, Chiamaka's mother tells her that she has seen the birthmark on her knee before, when they were children. The birthmark looks familiar. She asks her if she grew up in Aba and if she was the girl who was raped many years ago. Chiamaka's mother says she had saved a girl from being raped, took good care of her, and saw the birthmark while cleaning her. She took her to the hospital, but when she went back to check on her, the girl was gone. Ilazonam's mother reveals that the birthmark was placed there by her stepmother. She was not treated well, and when she found out she was pregnant, she ran to Lagos in search of a better life. Life was hard, she slept under bridges, but somehow her son, Ilazonam, got lucky when a sponsor came to their rescue, helping him through school. He later got a good job. She says Ilazonam became her everything, her companion, her brother, her whole world. That's why she didn't want any other woman to take him away from her. Chiamaka's mother gently tells her it's time to let go. She assures her that Chiamaka loves her son and will take care of him just as she did. Ilazonam's mother asks her not to tell Ilazonam or Chiamaka the truth. As far as they know, Ilazonam believes his father died when he was young, and she wants it to remain that way. The two women become friends again, even cooking together. When Chiamaka returns, she is shocked. Ilazonam's mother greets her warmly and even apologizes. Chiamaka is stunned by what she has just witnessed and wonders what is going on. During dinner, the two women laugh together, leaving Ilazonam and Chiamaka confused. They wonder how, all of a sudden, the women became friends. Later, Chiamaka's mother tells her that everything is now fine and that she can leave the house, knowing her daughter is finally at peace in her own home. Ilazonam tells Chiamaka that he is happy everything is now peaceful. Chiamaka agrees and says she's glad his mother has accepted her as her daughter-in-law. Ilazonam promises never to leave her and to always protect and love her, no matter the circumstances.